My name's Alex Bradley. I'm here at the Gathering Place Garden in North Bay, Ontario, at the bottom of Algonquin. I'm working here for the summer. I'm a second-year environmental technician student up at Canadore College in North Bay. In the garden, I get to put a lot of my knowledge of biology and ecosystems to use, and I'm also learning a lot about cultivating vegetables. Ever since working here, I kind of got addicted to gardening myself. I have window boxes set up at home. I like to grow anything that's edible just because I find it's useful, and I plan to be off-grid one day, so that'll be knowledge I'll be able to put into use in the future. I think it's an awesome program that we have here. It saves the town money. Obviously, they had to start with an initial investment, but every year we gather about 4,000 pounds of food, and that amount keeps going up every year. I'm from Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, PEI, but I moved here with my mom, who's now in the military, when I was 6 years old, and I've been here ever since, back and forth. I really enjoy the bush. I like being out in the woods and canoeing on the lake and stuff like that. I find it's a really good hunting and fishing community. It was slow to start because of the cold weather. It kept flopping back and forth, but it seems to set its roots now and everything's taken off.
Hi, my name is Hunter Woods, and I'm a graduate from Algonquin. And I remember coming to the garden in like grade 9 for little trips, and now I'm working as a summer job. And next year I'm going to college for firefighting. I've learned a lot of stuff about every plant and learned like how to garden, how to plant stuff, how to weed stuff, and that's about it. Yeah, this is my first experience in the garden, and I've learned already so much. I've learned how to make beds and the importance of them, and everything, a lot of stuff. My favorite vegetables, I'd say probably tomatoes, just because I've planted already so many tomatoes in the garden, and that's my favorite right there. That or carrots. I haven't been eating the beans, but I've been eating a lot of strawberries and peas.
It is a community garden in the sense that it's got untold partnerships. It's not an allotment garden where people can come in and have their own plot and grow their own food. 95% of what we grow goes down to the soup kitchen. We grow food for the soup kitchen, and we educate people about growing food. It's an impressive community for me in a lot of ways. I'm really blown away by the volunteer power. North Bay, I've never seen the likes of it for the size of the community, the amount of giving and giving back that people do here. It's really, really inspiring. It thrives because of all this generosity. That's the way I see it here. We're kind of standing on the shoulders of giants, like people who ran it before me, Jeff Reese, and the administrators, Dennis's predecessors, and Dennis, of course. I understand that they pulled off a small miracle creating this in the first place. It's truly a gem and a unique one, perhaps in Canada, because so all of June and this bit of July have really been about hardening off stuff coming from the nursery, getting it in the ground, and giving it the TLC that it needs. That's another impressive thing about North Bay is this, here we are in the north, Shield country, and near north, whatever, but there's this massive heritage of agriculture here. And so the young people it's exciting because I see them connecting to it. We also have a lot of groups that come in here who are seniors, and they lived that connection. They were the young ones that were picking the peas and the tomatoes with their parents back in the 50s with the big acre gardens, right? And raising families of 8 or 10 people on that food, and it wasn't a hobby at that time, right? It was like survival. And their knowledge is just colossal.